Members of the company, this is your Places call. Places, please. Places for the top of the podcast. Places, please.
Get ready for a behind-the-scenes look at the glitz and not-so-glam of Broadway, education, and everyday life with Uncommon Sense. Join hosts Christopher Smith and Sharna Lopez as they bring you the best stories and shenanigans that seemingly prove how elusive common sense can really be. So take a little time for yourself to hang out with the dynamic duo Charnopher. And no leaving early, because you might just miss that 11 o'clock number.
Stand by music. Music, go.
Uncommon sense, the 11 o'clock number. And we are Charnopher.
So aggressive with my countdown today.
It was like in my face.
Boom.
I liked it.
Hi, Charno fans. We are back for another week. In fact, when you're listening to this, Sharna is not even going to be here, likely, in the country.
That's trippy.
Right?
Listen to me, but I'm not here. That's true. We're pre-recording, as we do sometimes.
Yeah.
But June is the month of the Lopez Travel Circus, so we're almost there.
Where are you going?
First we're going to Cooperstown. My son is Sebastian. His baseball team is going to Cooperstown, and all the families are going. We're making it like a family vacation. It should be really, really fun.
That is fun.
Actually, I'd love to do an episode on that once we get back, because it's so interesting. Like, in trying to plan for this trip, there's lots of families who have gone before, but they have Facebook groups, they have communities, they've got all this. People are
okay.
So crazy about it. So when I come back, maybe we'll do an episode, and then we're going to do a couple days in Boston on our way back with a team. Then we go to Santa Barbara for my stepdaughter's college graduation. And then I'm going to France and Italy. We're going to Florence and Rome. I'm taking students to that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, and I promise I will, and I'm going to have the other chaperones and teachers. They're teachers. I don't take any parents. I'm going to have them keep a little list of like things we should discuss on the podcast upon our return from Europe.
Love
with
it.
40 students.
Love it.
So we should have a lot of content.
And you're going to, now I'm saying it on the air, so you have to do it. And you're going to tag our podcast on all your posts so I can repost them.
Yes.
So Sharno fans, you can follow Sharna around the world. It'll be so fun.
Around the world. Yeah, it should be really fun, actually. I think I was just telling Christopher, and I know a lot of people feel like this when you travel. It's like the getting it all organized. And if you are actually, again, now I should side note another episode, is just like traveling with your family. My kids are great. They're really self-sufficient, but it's like the getting everything together part. And I feel like there's 900 plates in the air. And then once we're like in the airport, I'm chill. It's like, okay, cool. We got there. But it's just like, and the dog has to be, where he's going to go. And I got to make sure. So like you have to think so far in advance. And I think lately we've been just flying by the seat of our pants day by day. So
day by day.
I mean, I'd love to take Winston with me. Wouldn't he look cute in a little beret?
Oh, he is a beret wearing.
He's a little baby. He'd be so cute over there, but he can't come.
Oh, sorry, Winston.
All right, enough about my travels.
Yes,
Christopher, what are we talking about today?
I was actually thinking today we would talk about. So I know we've done like sayings that people get wrong.
All of the sudden.
Yes.
Can everyone please stop saying that?
Yeah, please and thank you.
It still happens.
It still happens. And yeah. So I found 10 famous phrases that don't mean what you think they do.
Oh, so like people aren't really saying them wrong. It's just the meaning behind
Yeah,
it
they
might
don't
be
really
somewhat different
understand.
than what
They
we
don't
thought.
maybe use it correctly.
Got it.
So the first one I have here is the early bird gets the worm, but that's not the whole phrase.
Okay.
It's the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse get the cheese. So
I love that.
right? So it's like early risers like to say, "Oh, haha, early bird gets the worm," but the second part implies that the first isn't always best. Right?
The second mouse gets the cheese. Well, it's like last one there's the rotten egg.
Yeah.
I mean, is that part of that too? Like the first, second? I mean, I guess that's pretty straightforward. Well, it's like when you used to say in elementary school, I don't know if you ever said this. I think we said first is the worst, second
Second's
is the best, third is the one with the hairy chest.
Oh, did not say that.
And my kids say first is the worst, second's the best, third is the one with the treasure chest.
Oh.
So it's almost like going backward.
Yeah.
You get better. But also that's just because you're not the fastest. And so you can't be first. That's why they say it.
Oh, well,
Oh, man.
I used to say first the worst, second the worst. No, first the worst, second the best, third the nerd.
Oh, I like that better. Third the nerd. I'll be the nerd. That's fine. Third the nerd. Okay, so early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. But second
But
mouse
the
gets the cheese.
second- what is it?
'Cause
Mouse gets the cheese.
spoiler alert, the first mouse is dead. Well, that's what it means.
I didn't even think of that until right now. Why? I am currently on the struggle bus of putting things together in my mind. What I was like, oh, that's cute. The mouse gets a cheese.
Right.
Why did I not even think about the first mouse is dead? His homie
Right.
is snapped.
Yeah.
He done. And that second mouse is like, what up, homie? Thanks for sacrificing your life for me so I can get the cheese. You volunteered as tribute.
Oof.
And I am having charcuterie.
Wow. Oh, man. That was great.
Right?
Oh.
I mean, I was today years old. I'm learning so many things this week.
So many things. All right, the next one.
All right, is there a list? Like you have a
Yeah,
list?
I have a list. I always have a
I love
list.
you in a list. Come on. I know.
Okay, so the next one, Carpe Diem, seize the day. Oh, can I even say this whole thing? I don't know if I can. So the extended phrase is Carpe Diem quam minimum credula postero. So seize the day, put very little trust in tomorrow.
Oh,
So
I like that.
yeah.
Like you're not promised tomorrow, so seize the day. Today is your day.
So it doesn't really change it too much, but it gives the phrase more weight or more gravity, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now is the time to seize the day.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dude,
dun,
I love
dun,
that
dun.
show. When someone told me the other day that they didn't know Newsies,
I'm sorry, what?
I had to just collect myself. And it was a theater person.
No,
Like,
that's
it's
not
one
acceptable.
thing if you're like, hey, I work at Ralph's and my kids only play sports. Okay, fine. I'm fine with that.
Right.
This person worked at our school and was a theater person. And they were like, I don't really know Newsies. And I was like, I'm sorry.
When
I think I just had a stroke.
When you say
What did
don't
you
know
say?
Newsies, do you mean never heard of Newsies? Do you mean haven't ever listened to any of the music? Like, what do you mean by that?
I don't.
Like, are you
I'm-
breathing? Are you
I'm-
alive? Do you have
It
ears?
was bizarre. And that, yeah. And even especially because it's not just a musical, right? Like it was a Disney
Yeah.
movie before it became a musical. And now you can say, whatever. I love Newsies. I love that song. Seize the day, Carpe Diem, and all that jazz. Another musical.
There you
Run
go.
it.
All right. It's like
I just
Chicago
quoted
meets
3
Newsies.
musicals.
3.
And did you hear the one I said, I'm sorry, I think I just had a stroke. Do you know what that's from?
No, I don't know what that one's from.
She's like, I'm sorry. I think I just had a stroke.
What
What
is
did you
it?
say? Girlfriend?
What is it from?
Legally Blonde.
Oh,
It's when
that
when
tracks.
Warner says that, or Vivian says, I'm his girlfriend. And she's like, She's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just had a stroke.
Oh, that show is funny.
Oh,
that show
that
is
is funny. Okay, so next one is
Oh no,
Oh.
she didn't say no. I said it wrong.
You
I said it
misquoted
wrong.
it.
I think I just hallucinated. That's what she says. My fault.
Got it.
I got to make sure I get that right. I think I just hallucinated.
Yeah, which still kind of fits. That's still like
Yeah.
same meaning. All right. So the third phrase. So really, these are extended phrases. There's more to the story. Really, is what we're doing here.
Okay.
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Oh, people really don't
Yes.
use that correctly.
I've heard. I don't think you know what. I shouldn't say I've heard it. I've either seen it like on certain posters or whatnot. And I'm not sure how I feel about that phrase, to be honest. I guess it depends on what context it's in, because I actually feel the other way around.
Well,
Winning
yeah.
isn't everything. The journey is more important. Winning
Right.
isn't everything. What you make of it is everything. When you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm more in that boat.
Yeah. Well, I think
but I
that's-
have seen.
I think that's how most people use it, right? They're like,
Mhm.
winning isn't everything, because it's like, it's not just about winning. But if you know the whole phrase, it clearly means
Say
the
it again.
opposite.
Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
It's the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say, I think that is very, I don't want to say old school, but old school mentality. And I know we've talked about this in a few of our other episodes. Like, I want to find the happy medium mentality. Like, I don't think, and I'm talking about sports, but I'm also talking about achievement. You know, I think there has to be a midpoint, because old school is like do or die, cutthroat, don't cry, suck it up, all the hardcore, right? And then we have sort of where we are now, where it's like, well, what sort of light do you need in this room to make you feel I'm speaking too loudly? Oh, you don't like the color purple? Let me make sure I can't do it. And I think there just needs to be a middle ground of like understanding the whole human, but also understanding the importance of tenacity and the importance of drive.
Resilience.
And a lot of, yes, and grit. Jerry, my husband, often will use that term, grit, where it's like, you know, you want to have nice kids, but especially in sports, you also need to have a little bit of that, like, I want to win, right? Like, there has to be a good combination.
It's got to be a balance.
Yeah.
Like most things.
What do you have on your mug today?
It's a purple owl.
That's cute.
It is cute. I think last time
cute.
It was a green owl.
We've been, I told Christopher before we jumped on that we've been house sitting for the last several days. And it's for a house that we know very well. And we, you know, my kids practically, it's like their second home, but there's something different about like house sitting and like being in charge of the house. You know what I mean? But I've gotten to use all their coffee mugs, which is so fun, because, you know, when you have like your own coffee mugs that you're like, these are my mugs. And then I open the cupboard and I'm like, what? So one of them said something like champagne, the only breakfast. I was like, I'm sorry, why is this mug not in my house? It's like, I will be using this mug.
I will
or
be
like
using
champagne,
this...
it's what's for breakfast.
Right. Which means there's actually champagne in the mug too.
I mean, that is how we really roll.
That is correct. All right. Now is the winter of our discontent.
Oh, this is Shakespeare.
It is. And the rest of that phrase is made glorious summer by the son of York, which we actually know that. I know that because of 6.
I know that from Something Rotten.
Oh, maybe that's what I know it from.
I always like singing it.
Yes,
I was like singing it in my head while you were saying
what
it.
I know it from. That is what I know it from. Now is the winter of
our discontent. And I can like picture the choreography. Make glorious.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Glorious.
So a lot of people just talk about the first part, but the full sentiment is more joyful. Like the tides are turning and unhappy times are in the past.
I think I'm going to disclaimer right now. I am not a Shakespeare
aficionado.
I was going to say guru. Thank you. Aficionado sounds way better than guru. And I have said to a lot of my students, I was never really a Shakespeare fan. I've really learned and come to love Shakespeare over the last, I would even say 10 years.
Okay.
But I think that happens a lot with Shakespeare quotes. As I'm learning more about Shakespeare, like they take one little part of something because it's like catchy or can be sort of an umbrella quote, right?
Right.
And the mass public doesn't really have contextual information of where and why it was used. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, I don't really understand this next one. So we all know the phrase "curiosity killed the cat," right?
Yeah.
But the rest of it is, "but satisfaction brought it back."
What?
Exactly. So apparently,
curiosity killed the cat,
but satisfaction
because it
brought
has
it back.
9 lives.
Correct.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Is it something
plays
about a
on
cat
the
having
trope
9
that
lives?
cats have 9 lives and changes the meaning. So there's a pleasure in finding out something you really want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always thought that phrase was weird.
Yeah.
Curiosity killed the cat.
But is it weird? Because I feel like that makes sense, right? Because they're
But you could
curious and they'll
say
just...
curiosity killed the whatever.
Well,
like, why a cat?
Because they tend to be mischievous and curious, always getting into things they shouldn't be getting into.
They're kind of funny. You could say curiosity killed the rat.
Yeah, you could. You could. Literally, it really does die.
But you shouldn't.
But hunger kills the rat, usually. It's like,
Christopher's face right now was like, okay, Charna. Okay. Sure, you could. It would be incorrect.
You
Name that show.
You could, but it's like you could, but it would be wrong, right?
Yeah, you could, but it would be wrong.
Spelling.
Come on, you just did the show.
Calm.
Yes.
Calm. I'm calm. Oh gosh. What's happening over there?
My elbow. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. Curiosity killed the cat.
And apparently
satisfaction brought him back.
The rat and Charna. Okay. Great minds think alike.
Think alike.
Yes. Though fools seldom differ.
Ooh.
So
I really like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like great minds think alike. It's like, oh, that's awesome. But the fools seldom differ is kind of like, be careful because if y'all are in, ooh, I like that one.
Because like
I've never heard that.
But if you think about it, it's more accurate because actually great minds tend not to think alike. You know what I mean? Like they have more independent and bigger ideas, whereas sheeple, as I like to call people that are just like, let me get on the bandwagon.
Sheeple?
Yeah. Literally sheeple. Literally sheeple. Oh my gosh.
Sheeple. That is a great term.
Yeah.
Sheeple.
People of the sheep.
That's coined. We should have put that on our shirt. Next episode, we should wear our Charnopher shirts, I think.
We should.
But we had those shirts made like in the olden days when we only had a few catchphrases. Now we might need 9 different shirts to put all of our catchphrases on.
That's
there.
not incorrect.
Sheeple. I like it.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. Okay. Number next. Blood is thicker than water.
But
there isn't a but. It's actually just the rest of the phrase. So it's the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
What? I thought it was something different.
I know.
Whoa. Okay. Go back because
so
I was not ready for that. I was ill prepared.
I agree. I was ill prepared as well. So it's really just a summing of the extended phrase. So blood is thicker than water is the summed phrase. The extended phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So people commonly use the shorter version to suggest that familiar relationships take priority over friendships or other non-blood related bonds. But some researchers believe that that's not exactly what it would have meant where it were used throughout history, instead offering the longer phrase of the more literal translation, one that directly contradicts the common meaning. So a chosen blood covenant provides a stronger bond than any family.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That one's the complete opposite.
Correct.
Of what
kind of like that other one that was like
the early bird.
The early bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Next time someone says that, I'm gonna be like, hold on. Podcast number 57.
No, we're on
you
like
need to go check that out because
like 9 or 70. Who knows?
go check out 69 or 70 because that is incorrect.
Incorrect.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to say that.
Just putting it out there.
Episode 70.
Yeah. Oh, man. So next is money is the root of all evil.
All evil.
Okay.
There's more to that?
There's not really. This is another one of those, like, it's not exactly the whole thing. So it's for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evils. And this saying, both the full original quote
so
and
you know what's funny?
What?
Jerry just said this the other day.
Okay.
Because money is the root of all evil.
Uh-huh.
He really I think he's trying to point out to Sebastian, it's the love of money, right? Because money itself is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money. Yeah. He was just trying to explain that to Sebastian the other day.
Yes. Because everyone just shortens it incorrectly. They just say the money is the root of all evil. And no,
because
that's not what it says.
Monies can be so beneficial and helpful, but the love of it is where you get into the...
Because it originates from the Bible, as we know. And it's basically just saying that, the wanting of money is the sinful part, not the having of the money.
Yeah.
So, but it falls under the jealousy.
I know what we were listening to. It was a country song. And he sings, I can't remember the artist, but he says, something tells me that money is the root of all evil and you can't fit a camel through the eye of a needle. Right? He has both of those. And Jerry was like,
No.
That is it.
Rewind.
Incorrect. I totally sang that wrong. So sorry, whatever country fan just listened to that.
Yeah.
But
sorry about that. I just meant, I don't listen to a lot of country, but one of my favorite country songs, which I don't know beyond this, is Rascal Flatts. Like when you play a country song backwards, you get your house back, you get your dog back, you get you get everything back.
I haven't heard that
it's
song.
So fun.
And I love Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So
lost my house, lost my lady, lost my dog.
Yeah. So you get everything
lost
back.
Lost my shoe, lost my boot, lost my drink. That's great. I'll have to listen to that.
Okay. I like this next one. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Love that.
Yeah. So this one is an extended phrase. The jack of all trades, master of none, though oftentimes better than master of one.
Yes.
So it actually.
So it's interesting. Because this is funny because integrated arts.
Okay.
What my conservatory. A lot of people will say that, they're like a jack of all trades, but they're master of none. And I'm like, well, hold on. It doesn't necessarily have a negative connotation. Like a jack of all trades can actually be a good thing. And what did you say? But better than a master of one?
Yes, correct. It's a master of none, though oftentimes better than master of one.
Yeah. No one adds that part.
Yeah. That's going on a shirt.
Come on. Yeah.
We should make that and put it in your office. So when anybody comes in that could be the new IA tagline right there.
I like that. What does it say who that is?
It doesn't, but I'm sure we could look it up, figure it out.
Locate it.
Oh, there's more. I should have kept scrolling. There was an advertisement in the middle.
Oh.
The shady two-part phrase is what most know and use today, but at some point it was amended again to check the haters. The full phrase says something like...
check the haters!
Yep.
Check those haters.
I know
those sheeple.
I know a little about a lot of things, and that's better than having a limited skill set any day. Suckers. I added the suckers.
Yes. Suckers. Sheeple.
Yeah.
I'm going to try using that. It's not working well today, but I'm going to find a good way to implement it into my
Absolutely. Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
All right.
Are there more?
Last but not least, we have the phrase, my country, right or wrong. I don't really know that phrase. Do you know that phrase?
I don't either.
Great. So that's the phrase, but the rest of it is if right, to be kept right, and if wrong, to be set right.
Oh, well, that's huge.
Right. The shorter, more common saying is often used to pledge unwavering support for one's country regardless of politics. But his full quote takes on a different sentiment, certainly lighter on the moral blindness. And this is the country, and I have a duty to steer it in the right direction.
And how unfortunate. This is where, like, people are misquoted so often, right?
Yeah.
They give interviews and they leave things out, or they move things around and they
Context
misrepresent
is everything.
people. Yeah. Yeah. And that's so unfortunate because that full quote right there is like a good quote. But the other one, I mean, it really changes the meaning of it.
Yeah, totally.
I don't like it.
I don't care for that, but thank you so much.
I don't care for that. Hey, those are pretty good. That was a pretty good list though.
Yeah.
You're a good list finder, Christopher.
Well, there was something else you wanted to talk about on this episode, and I said,
yeah, but are we going to make it another
them
episode, or are we just going with it?
No, we're going to make them wait till next week. But let's give them a teaser.
Okay. So when we were talking about sort of episode topics and we want to talk about, this came up, and then I said I really want to do a current like Urban Dictionary or like teen slang list, and just go through and see what we know or what we've heard of and the meanings
and what we hate,
and then and then I also want to go back to so I think of our students right now, Christopher, between 7th and 12th grade.
Yeah.
So maybe find the year, maybe we look at 1995 and look up like the top slang terms in 1995, because that's always what I think about when I'm like, what are these kids saying? And then I'm like, well, we said some pretty hilarious stuff too. Right? Like I want to go back and look at it.
Let's do it. All right, everyone. Tune in next week.
That'll be next up.
That's right. Thanks for listening. Wow, well, we list, but you listen, Charno fans. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Charnopher Official to keep up on all of Charna's travels this summer. And yay, check out Uncommon Pod if you want to get some merch or just learn more about us. And on that note, Charnopher out.
Ooh, look, you can see my ring light in my glasses. Do you see that?
I do sing that. Sing that? Oh my gosh, I can't today. Goodbye.
Do you sing that?
This concludes another episode of Uncommon Sense. If you're ready for more of this fresh, hilarious, and unique perspective on the world of entertainment, education, and life, be sure to subscribe right now to catch every episode. If you gasped, laughed out loud, or even snorted, share the show with your friends and aspiring entertainers because, let's be real, sharing is caring. For more Charnopher, tune in to their witty insights by checking out the website uncommonpod.com or connecting on social media. Tune in next week and get the real insider scoop on another episode of Uncommon Sense.